Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another Work Sharper Wednesday. And this week, we're going to be sharpening lawnmower blades. This is for my riding mower. I have a 54-inch riding mower, and it has 3 blades, and I have 4 sets. I cut about 5 acres a week, sometimes twice a week. So I'm changing mower blades about every other week, and this sharpener gets perfect results. I saw a Project Farm video where he reviewed all kinds of mower sharpeners, and I've tried a bunch too, from doing it manually with a file, doing it with an angle grinder, by hand, and even using a Dremel. And a Dremel's great. That was the one I liked the best, except they don't fit on these thicker riding mower blades, the Dremel attachment. So I had to up my game to something else. What I settled on was this All-American sharpener. This is the Model 5005 Generation 2. It's really heavy duty. You can either mount it in a vise or you can mount it to your workbench with these screw holes. I just put mine to my works table just to bring it outside and show you how I do it. And when you buy it, this is a great company to work with. They're right here in the United States. They called me up, asked what kind of tractor I had, and then they asked me what kind of angle grinder I had. And then they sent everything ready to go and set up. I had to do virtually nothing out of the box. So you just loosen this handle with it clamped in the vise. These bolts just hold on to it. You center it, approximately center. Tighten it up, then you're ready to sharpen. Now you are going to need a dedicated angle grinder. Really the only thing you're going to have to do is they'll supply a pin based on the type of angle grinder, and they gave a couple, so if you have different angle grinder attachments, and their website lists all the different ones. I think I got mine off of Amazon. But you'll just screw this pin into your angle grinder handle, and then that pin just slides into this threaded rod there. Just slides into that threaded rod, and then it automatically holds your angle grinder at the correct angle. Now I have an 80-degree flap wheel on here, an 80 grit flap wheel. Sometimes I use a 120. I don't like to go to a 60. It just removes a lot of material. But I think I've been sharpening this at least 3 years. I think this is my 3rd season with the All-American sharpener. I've just had fantastic results. So if you want to see how it works, just stick around.
All right, so right off the bat, I apologize for the lighting. I was doing this after I got home from work in the evening, so the sun was setting. But just putting on my gloves, the angle grinder does throw off sparks, so you want to make sure you're wearing your proper PPE. But I just place the blade between the bolts there and tighten it down. It'll automatically hold it down against the jig, and you don't need to tighten it too tight. And then I'm just putting my angle grinder, that pin, inside the threaded rod, and it automatically works the angle grinder at the correct angle that you set on there. I have mine set at 35 degrees. And then you just make a couple of light passes. Here you can see, just making a few light passes up the blade, disengaging and going back down. Now, if your blade is really pitted, you may have to switch to a 60 grit wheel or just make a few more passes. You don't want to go too slow, otherwise you can burn the blade and it'll lose its hardness, and you'll know it. You'll see it turn black. But if you go slow enough with an 80 grit belt, it doesn't remove much material. And I have it placed in a wooden clamp attached to the clamp on the works table. So it's not the greatest setup, but I had another project going on where my vise was, so I had to bring it outside. But it's fairly simple, just a few light passes. I usually make 3 or 4 passes, and here you can see the results. There's a new blade right there on the left, and then there's a blade I just took off the mower on the right.
So I can't say enough great things about the All-American sharpener. I can sharpen 12 mower blades in less than a half an hour with just a couple passes. It does have an adjustable angle. I sharpen all my mower blades for my riding mower to 35 degrees, but you can go from 15 all the way up to 45, and all it is just a knob on the back that you loosen, get to your right angle, and then tighten. I found that it's really effective, and I can't endorse this enough. Now, I'm not being paid. I paid full price for this a couple years ago. Just really like sharpening my mower blades with this system. It's basically foolproof, even for an idiot like me. But anyway, if you're interested, I'll post links to all this stuff down below. And as always, thanks for watching.